On the 2nd of January, during the 1,000-yard advance, Artie Peterson and Henry Beck from F Company of the 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment were overlooking the town of Foix from the edge of the Bois de Corbeau. Back then, the woods stretched out a little further down here. Being extremely hungry, boatmen noticed a barn attached to one of the farmhouses in Foix. So boatmen realized, like, hey, if there's a barn, maybe there's a hen house, and if there's a hen house, there must be chickens. So they decided to make a run for it that evening. Crossing the open field, they reached the farmhouse, and they were right. There was a hen house. Now they had a gunny sack with them, so they started grabbing around, and they managed to capture like 2 or 3 chickens and found some eggs as well. And then they hurried back uphill towards the tree line when they were seen by a German observer who fired a mortar round directly at them. When the shell exploded, both men went flat down on their bellies. Chickens went that way, the eggs went the other way. When everything quieted down, Peterson got up to one knee and he punched Beck and said, "Come on, let's go." But Beck did not move. So he turned him over on his back, and he could see that his belly was cut open and his guts were popping out. Artie Peterson took the gunny sack, wrapped it around his waist, took his belt off, wrapped it around his waist, grabbed him by the feet, and dragged him back into the woods, where he called for medics, who came to pick up Henry Beck. And this was the last time Artie Peterson ever saw Beck, until 25 years after the war at the reunion. The door swings open, and for the first time since the war, Henry Beck walked in. Everybody thought he was killed. He walked straight up to Artie Peterson and gave him a big hug and said, "Well, Pete, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here." This amazing story you can read in the outstanding book Fighting Fox Company by Terry Poyser.